Balance Hypnotherapy, we work with all forms of addiction issues: gambling, eating, and alcohol. Now, when we talk about an addiction to alcohol, what we're really talking about is a reliance on alcohol. So we don't tend to work with people who've got severe alcohol problems. If they've been to detox clinics, if they need specialist help with doctors, then we aren't the people for them. Who we work with is people who feel a bit reliant on alcohol, maybe are drinking it every day, but they aren't at the stage where they feel like they can't do without it and they're drinking morning, noon and night. Those people need specialist help and another level away from us, but we work with people who really want to either moderate their drinking or, for some, stop drinking entirely. So who can we help to moderate their drinking? Well, there's a number of different types of drinkers. Not every drinker is the same. You have binge drinkers, people who will go out for an evening and they just can't stop their drink after drink after drink and absolutely get wrecked. Then they might not touch a drink for weeks, maybe even a month or two, and then the cycle starts again. So we certainly work with people like that. Evening drinkers, these are our most common kind of drinkers, middle class drinkers, people who come home after a stressful day at work and have started to use wine or beer or whatever drink it is of choice to unwind in the evening. And that unwinding habit has now become a daily thing, not just the odd occasional drink. We also work with people who drink emotionally. So people who might turn to drink when things aren't going quite their way, when they have other emotional issues, guilt, anger, sadness, and so on. And of course, there's people who just don't have an off switch. People who say, I'll go to a party and I'll start drinking and I know that I'm getting drunker and drunker, but I just can't seem to stop until I've gone way over my limit. So all of those people are people that we deal with regularly at our clinics. And our aim is to help them understand why they're drinking, what's causing the problem, and to help them change the patterns that they've created for themselves. So why are these people drinking so much? Why are you drinking so much? Well, the number one cause is what we call dissociation. In other words, something else is happening in your life that's bothering you. So let's imagine the first one on my list there, stress. You've had an awful lot of stress in your life. Maybe your job is incredibly stressful. You're working long hours, you're tired, and it's on your mind all the time. And your mind has learned that if you come home and have a few drinks, that stress fades into the background. You forget about it for the evening. You almost eradicate it until the following morning when it all comes back again and the whole cycle starts again. All of our clients tend to be dissociating from something. Now, the number one is, of course, stress. That's the one that we deal with every single day in our clinics. People whose jobs are stressful, their marriages are stressful, maybe they've got money worries, and that stress is driving them literally to drink. A lot of those people haven't even connected their stressful lives with the alcohol issue. Anxiety obviously is a greater form of stress. It's really when this stress has got out of control and the person is feeling sort of permanently on edge. And also you can mix in depression with that, because some people with anxiety will also have depression and vice versa. And again, we need to understand why that person is feeling depressed or has a low mood, because if we don't establish what is going on, we can't help them to create the positive changes that we need them to do. So often we're working at resolving things like anxiety and stress and trying to get to the bottom of it, or understanding why it's affecting that person more than another person. But there are other emotions that could be, part and parcel of your drinking habit. Guilt, for example, anger, sadness. Imagine you've just had a bereavement. Someone may turn to drink in order to try and cope with it. So again, we always do a full assessment on our clients to help them, and us as well, to understand what could be going on that could be creating these issues. Even if you don't know it consciously at the moment, this usually comes out in hypnosis. And the final one, the big E, that also creates a lot of problems with drinking is sheer habit. We are creatures of habit. Once we've done something a few times, it just gets ingrained in our memory banks, and our bodies want to do the same thing again and again. Classic conditioning. It doesn't take a lot to condition somebody to get used to opening that bottle of wine every single evening, and once they've done it a few times, it just becomes an automatic response, something that they think they should do. And we certainly work with our clients to try and change that. How we conduct our therapy sessions will really depend on the person who comes to see us. As I've said earlier, every single client who comes in through our door has a full assessment taken in the first step of our 4-stage program. We have to do this because we need to understand what a person's drivers are, what a person's problems are, and what motivation they have when they come to see us. And our job is to take a look at all of those issues and see where we can start to implement therapy to try and help that person change. Now, first of all, if you don't know much about hypnosis, it's a deep state of concentrated focused relaxation. So it is a great thing, for example, for helping with anxiety and stress reduction. We know a number of habit reversal techniques that we also teach our clients to try to get them out of their typical day-to-day routine. This is really important in breaking that classic conditioning. We also use positive hypnotic suggestion. When you're in hypnosis, you are more suggestible. Now, that's not to say we're some kind of Harry Potter kind of magician that's going to wave a magic wand and stop you drinking unless you're a highly suggestible person, but it does mean that some of that starts to go into your brain, and if your brain likes the idea of moderating that drinking, it starts to take those subconscious changes and thoughts and starts to act on them. But our biggest thing that we work with our clients on is addressing the underlying problems. So many people ring me up and say, I haven't got a clue why I'm drinking. I have no idea why I'm doing it. My life is fine. But when we start to do our questioning in that first session, I start to get the clues. And you start to get information from that person that may give us some ideas as to what's really going on. But when you're in hypnosis, normally on session 2 and 3, we do longer hypnosis sessions with our clients in those second and third sessions. We start to get some answers from our own clients. The information will start to come out as we question them while they're under hypnosis. Then we can understand exactly what the problem is and try and address it. And when you find out what the real issue is, it's so much easier to target your therapy at the actual problem rather than guessing. Now, we also have a free drink less cheat sheet that you can download if you'd like to, and you can see the link that I've put up on this video now, and you can get a copy of that yourself just to start you off on the process, even if you can't come into our clinics. We also have a drink and moderate your drinking audio that you can certainly use at home on a daily basis for a minimum period of 21 days to see if just subconscious suggestion is enough to help you make the changes. So you can download that now if you go to the https://balancehypnosislpages.co drink less cheat sheet number 1. So if you'd like any more information about our Drink Less program, or in fact any of the other programs that we offer, then you can just simply give us a call. You can reach me on 01636 650 521 if you're in the UK, and you can also send me an email via the Balance Hypnotherapy Nottingham.co.uk website. But you can also have sessions not just in the area that I work, which is in Nottinghamshire, but you can also arrange sessions online. Currently I work on Skype, FaceTime, Facebook video, and probably other systems as well as they pop up. And you'll find that sessions online are just as effective as one-to-one sessions. It just depends on your ability to like and take to technology. And if you're someone who's used to technology, it shouldn't be a problem for you.